Well, that's not right, is it? That helicopter right there seems to be missing some vital parts. There's no engines, there's no cockpits, there's no seats to actually control it, and yeah, it's missing a lot of parts. So, what is the problem? Well, apparently, last time when we froze out there flying back to our base, the game died. The game had some real big issues, and what I mean by that is it fully corrupted. So what's happened is I've managed to get back into the save. However, the problem that we have is it hasn't actually put the add-ons in or the mods. So the small jet engines, they're gone. The what is it called? The better hitboxes mod, that's gone. And the whole enemies mod as well, the Bungeling Raiders, that's gone too. So I'm gonna have to restart this. What I'm gonna do is spawn on the same seed. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase this island right here. No, yeah, we're gonna start with this island. I'm gonna purchase this island right here, and I'm gonna start with $84,344. So let's do that, and then we can continue. So here we are again, back at the starter base with nothing. Well, I say nothing, we actually have $110,000. Now you might be thinking, that's more than the 84 you said that you were gonna get. Yes, but we had a helicopter right there, which cost us money, and we actually had a boat over at the helicopter base that also cost us quite a lot of money. So I think 110,000 seems about right. Anyway, what I'm going to do right now is actually start with a very, very tiny boat to get me over to the helicopter base. So let's get building, shall we? This thing is going to be very small, but very useful to me. So let's try and make it look somewhat nice somehow and go from there. So we'll start with one of these going downwards. I am actually going to go ahead and attach one of these at the top. In fact, actually, no, let's have it just be one of those. Then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. Hey, and then maybe even one of these. Perfect. So, yeah, it's not going to be a very big boat, but it is going to be a boat nevertheless. There we go. It's actually going to be an electric boat, too. Just as a side note, I think that would be kind of nice. When I say it's not going to be very big, I actually really think it shouldn't be very big. I'm struggling now with what this should even look like. Let's just do this. That's probably fine. On the underside, I'm going to do one of those, and on the top, I'm actually going to go ahead and do two of these. There we go. Alright, that's, very weird. Very weird indeedy, but let's try it. So, let's put a propeller directly onto there like this. There you go. We're going to need a rudder in there somewhere. I don't know how I'm going to do that, actually. Maybe that could go there, and then a rudder can go directly behind that. Yes. Alright, that makes sense. And in fact, let's just delete this and have it go straight to it. That looks pretty weird. It looks very weird, actually. But that's fine. So, from there, let's go ahead and extend it out to the side just a little bit, using one of these. We're obviously going to have that go up from here. There we go, very nice. And then we're going to use these guys, these ones, from here. There we go, up and over we go. And then 1x2s off to the side, like this. There we go. Perfect. On the very top, I'm just going to attach this guy on, and then we're going to build it down and around. Please. Down and around, please. There we go. That guy goes on there. One of these guys. And then obviously, we're going to have to do this going back this way, and then one of these. Alright. Slowly but surely, we will get there. Just saying. Just saying. So if we put one of these guys here, one of those guys right there, that's all fine to go backwards, just like so. There we go. Alright. The backside is going to be very flat, and actually, so is the side. So what if we did this? Is that crazy? Is that crazy? That looks a little bit crazy. Maybe it's fine. Who knows? Attach those guys together there, these guys together here, this together right there, and this together right here. Yeah, that looks stupid. That looks incredibly dumb, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it anyway. Okay, excellent. Send that across there, these guys across here. That's our starter boat. What is that? Well, I actually hate that, so we're going to start again. It's pretty ridiculous starting again from this, but it is what it is. So, instead of doing it the way that I did do it, we're going to do it slightly differently. Let's go ahead and attach this guy onto here like this. There we go. This guy onto here like that. And then this guy onto here like so. Alright, perfect. That makes it a little bit too big, so actually delete a few of these. Have 2 of those. Then actually just one of these like this. And then one of these guys like this. There you go. Much better. From there, we're going to bring it backwards. And then we will leave it like that, pretty much. Okay. So, from there, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to bring it down, obviously. And it's going to be lovely. Okay? So, send that forwards. Let's do one of those. Let's do some of these guys. Here we go. Yep. And then we'll obviously get on with some of these. Yes. This is going to be so much nicer than the thing that I just built. Alright, cool. Send that all the way backwards like so. That is excellent. Yes. From there, we're going to go ahead and attach this guy onto here like so. I'm going to grab one of these, chuck it on there like that, and one of those right there like so. Going backwards from there, we need a 1x4 inverse pyramid. That's going to go there like so. Okay, perfect. Send that all the way backwards across there, fix all of that in together, and we have ourselves a nice little boat. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put this sort of system in right here. I am going to go ahead and do that across the top, and on the underside, I am actually going to go ahead and do this, so that we have at least a little bit of buoyancy in the sides. Once we get to the back of that, I'm going to sort that out like so. And what I'm also going to do on the interior of this is delete all of these guys, including these ones. There we go. I'm going to shove that guy in there like so, and these guys across here like this. On the top of that, we're going to go ahead and flip it over and do all of this back over. There we go. And down the center, I'll just fix all of this in. There we go. If I do delete this one, we should be able to get away with more of these. There we go. Delete that one. Get away with this. 1 and 2. And then just fill this in the center. There we go. So that should float, I think. Let's get ourselves a helm. We're just going to go ahead and shove that directly on there like so. And then obviously we're going to need rudders and a propeller. So rudders are going to go on here like this. Delete those 2 and these 2. Seems a bit weird for it to be out of the water, but that's fine. Doesn't matter to me. And then down here, we're going to delete these 2. Get ourselves a propeller and shove that in there like this. I'm actually going to delete 3 of these and chuck it there. 1, 2, 3. Chuck it there. Okay, perfect. If you're wondering why I've done it like this, it's just so that it's in there nicely. Yep. Alright, cool. Just above these guys, I'm going to go ahead and fix this in like so. And then as we go back with these guys, obviously, we are going to need a motor. So delete this guy and this guy. 1, 2. And then this one. 1, 2. And then put a motor directly on there. There we go. Gearboxes would work in this situation, but I don't need them. I just need to get to the other base. That's all. That's the only reason I built this thing. Alright, so from there we're going to need some batteries. Let me go ahead and just chuck some of these guys on. Realistically, I would like them to be quite low. However, it's not really the case that I can do that. I'm going to chuck one there, and I'm going to chuck one... It would be nice to go there. One there, and then actually let's put... one on the front. There we go. Hopefully that is good enough. I don't know if it will be. Alright, delete that. Chuck these guys in. Delete this. Chuck that in there and there. And then delete this one. And chuck this in here and here. Just so that it is actually still sealed. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and connect this to all of these guys. There we go. W and S is obviously going to control the motors, forwards and backwards. And A and D is going to control these guys. That should be it. Hopefully that's fine. Let's see if it is. Alright, I'm not actually going to put anything else on here. What I might do, though... Oh. There might be too many batteries, because I don't think it's that buoyant. Let's go ahead and just put 2 batteries. There we go. Fill this little bit in like that. There we go. And then check these guys on. Yeah, I might have added, by accident, too many batteries. Hopefully that's not the case. Let me just check this one. So it's sealed on the bottom. But is it sealed here? It looks like it is. I think I've done it right. I think. Alright, cool. If it isn't buoyant enough, I can change it a little bit. But what I want to do is add a rope anchor to the front. Just so that if it needs to be pulled, we can pull it. Alright, let's see if it floats this time. It really tries. It gives it a go, but it's not floaty enough. That doesn't look great, but we're going to use it anyway, because it's our job to get out of here. And I didn't really want to spend that much time on this thing anyway, so off we go. Perfect. Oh, perfect. This is all we needed. Hopefully it stays relatively stable. That would be great. Because if this thing tips over, I might die. So let's not do that. But we're just going to go ahead and send it all the way over to the helicopter base. We're obviously going to have to purchase the helicopter base. But then we should be able to return this vehicle there as well. So that'd be good. Maybe. In case anyone was wondering how much charge this thing has used so far, apparently 82% is what we are currently on, and the starter base I can't actually see. There's the refinery that is next to the starter base, there's the two islands that are off to my side, and then just in front of us, somewhere over there is the island we are heading towards. I can't actually see it, but I promise you it is there. Occasionally I can see the light, I think. Maybe. Let's see if we can wait and see a light. Oh, no, I can actually see the island now anyway. We're good. But I cannot actually see the light, even though it's there. Interesting. Anyway, let's continue over. Oh, I just seen it. It flashed. And we'll be there in no time. Well, we've made it here before it got dark, and that's kind of all that matters. We're going to do the same thing we did with our boat last time. And we're going to ramp it straight up the ramp, and hopefully that is going to get close enough. What I should have done is added wheels to this, if I'd thought about it, but I didn't think about it, so I'm just going to go ahead and ramp it straight up here. There we go, excellent, and that is close enough. This will stop running very soon, and that'll be okay. We've got to buy this island again, obviously, and then we can actually get the helicopter out. At least I think so, anyway. Should be able to. You know what? Never mind. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a winch. We're going to chuck that right there. We're going to get, I guess, some mag-alls. We're going to have this thing connect itself to the ground. Yeah, that works. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll have that automatically be on. Yeah, so we need an on signal. Chuck that right there. We're going to get ourselves a button. This button is going to be to pull things up. So go ahead and chuck that right there. And that's it. So, electricity to all of these things. I am, of course, going to need a battery. Don't really need too many batteries, but we're going to go with, like, 1, 3. Yeah, we're going to go with 3 batteries. There we go. And then we're going to need a rope, obviously, so that we can actually pull this thing up. And that'll be it. Alright, so, spawner in. There you go, it should be connected. Oh wait, did I actually... I don't think I actually connected it together with logic. I don't believe I did. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no I didn't. Here we go. Makes sense if you do actually connect it, so that's good. And then up is what we need. There we go. So, bam! Connected to the floor. Excellent. Go ahead and grab this. Connect it onto there. And then we got to run down here, connect it onto our boat. And then just pull it up. Oh. I can't get to it. That's kind of annoying. I might be able to drag this up myself, though. At least a little bit. So let's try that. Come on. Come on. I might also not be able to do that, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I'm getting closer. Here we go. I'm going to run past this, and then as soon as I can connect it, I'm going to connect it. There we go. Perfect! Hey! Hopefully that is good enough, and hopefully this thing is actually small. Way! My goodness. That is dangerous. But hopefully it's small enough to fit within the build area. So we're going to go ahead and close that off. And then edit vehicle in zone. Yep. And that should come in too, I think. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. What I'm going to do now is spawn in the helicopter. I'm going to go to sleep. Oh, wait. The fuel situation. It might not be very good. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I might have to change this out a bit, but we'll see. So, bed. Let's go ahead and shove a bed directly on one of the wings, or both the wings, whatever, doesn't matter. There you go. We're going to get rid of all the fuel real quickly. There you go. Fuel gone. Fuel gone. Fuel gone. Oh my goodness, there's so much... Oh, diesel! Right, that needs to be jet fuel. Because otherwise... I think that's why we had no fuel last time. I spawned it in with diesel tanks, and when you have two different fuels, it just deletes it. Okay. Did I get rid of them? I actually don't know. My brain's not working right now. Okay, I fixed it all up, and that's all good. One of the problems that we had with this helicopter before was that, essentially, the rocket pods firing... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. The rocket pods firing at the same time as the guns didn't make any sense. So I've gone ahead and taken that off the trigger, and the trigger's only going to fire these, and then if we need to use the rockets, I press 2. So let me go ahead and label that rockets. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so save this as it is. Let's go ahead and change its color, because we can, to like this. Oh, that's actually quite nice. And then, is there any enemies nearby? There actually is a submarine. Don't really want to go for a submarine. But just because I don't want to doesn't mean I shouldn't. So I might actually go for this submarine. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Also, you will notice, just over there... Oh, whoa. Just over there is actually a crate. I am going to pick up crates, because I can. So there you go. $6,500. I'm ready to go. Where's the button to open this? I can't remember. Wait, did I not save that version? This needs to be able to open, otherwise we're going to have some serious issues. I've gone ahead and fixed that, so that's all good. All I need now is to delete these guys. We need a switch box, which is obviously going to go off to one side, like so. And then we're going to need a button that goes on the other side. Here we go, toggle button, that could go right there. Connect the toggle button straight into this, and then this guy goes into the tracks that I added down here. So, 1 is on, 2 is... No, -1 is off. There we go. Perfect. That should be it. So, let's go ahead and give it some electricity from here. Give these guys some electricity from there as well. And that is it. I'm going to add a welder too. I am. Just in case we need a welder, in case anything breaks, I've got one. I should probably add a fire extinguisher as well. So actually... I was going to put it here, but there's a rocket there. Let's leave it. Let's leave it. This is fine. Right, so save it as is. Perfect. And then let's go hunt a submarine. If we can. That'd be great. Just before we go try and get a submarine, though, I am actually going to add a compass. Just so that we can actually see where we are going. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck that in there. The main reason for that is just so that, yeah, we can actually see where we're going. If it's foggy, which it is, we're going to have some problems. So, yeah. Anyway, chaff is another thing that we should add. So, flare launchers. Let's go ahead and get some of those. Here we go, flares. And we will actually chuck them on here like this. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, do we want them on there like that? Maybe not, actually. Maybe here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably enough. So we'll do it like this. Let's go ahead and have them be all chaff. Yep. Chaff, chaff, and chaff. And hopefully 4 is enough. It might not be, but we'll see. So pass through, pass through, pass through. And then the value will be 5. Let me go ahead and write that in. 5. Chaff. Okay. Save that as is. There you go. Excellent. And we can go, I guess? The thing is, it's so foggy right now, I'm going to go to bed. In the morning, we're going to take off and we're going to go. And if we can find the submarine, that'd be great. Oh yeah. Alright, a mission has expired, that's fine, but there are other missions about, just in case you want to do them. So there's this mission down here. Extinguish fires and rescue one guy. I don't think I want to do that. I want to go destroy a ship. That's what I really want to do, or a submarine, or whatever. So let's wait on the map and see what we can see. If I have to go northeast, I think. I think this is where the submarine was. Do I really want to fight a submarine, though? Kind of want to fight a big boat, but I would need to be near a big boat first. Alright, let's just go for the submarine. So, realistically, I should probably, put maybe, like, an autopilot in this, but I'm not gonna do it. We're just gonna go ahead and take off. I'll set it to, like, 60% throttle, and we're just gonna go for it. I suppose the problem with doing this is I don't know how far we need to go, and, that might be a huge issue, but who knows? The other thing is, actually, and it is a big thing. Wait, no. It's got nothing to do with that. My brain's just saying that there's a problem. These right here, I don't know whether we're accidentally burning more fuel than we need to be by actually having these outlets on here, even though they're not actually producing thrust. Does anyone know? Let me know whether that's a problem, because I feel like it might be. Oh, I have found what appears to be I was going to say a submarine. No, I appear to have found a hospital ship. So I think what I'm at is actually this hospital ship right here. So I need to head off to the right-hand side of said hospital ship, and the submarine is out there somewhere. I'm getting cold. That is not something that I ever thought about, but yes, I'm getting cold. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to destroy this submarine quickly, and then I gotta leave and get back to somewhere where I can get warm again. My goodness. Maybe I should have built like a dippy sonar or something like that, like something I can dip into the water and figure out where the enemy actually is, because hunting submarines is not what I really want to be doing right now, actually, now that I think about it. I have done a boo-boo, because I cannot see this submarine. I don't think I will see the submarine, especially because it's nighttime. If it was daytime, maybe that's a different thing, but this is not good. In fact, this is really, really bad. Turns out I've got a different idea. We're gonna head straight back home. I'm gonna try and get straight down to here. We're gonna land, we're gonna take some jet fuel, and then we're gonna go this direction and hunt the ship that is out here. There's actually a large enemy vessel somewhere around here. It looks like we're getting there. I think I can see the red light of my base, and that ship right there should be a hospital ship, so it's either one of these, which is probably this one. So we're almost home, which is good. We'll then land and refill with fuel, and then we're gonna go take out an enemy. That's what I really want to do. Out the way, out the way. Right, we're gonna go ahead and land. I'm gonna make it daytime. I'm gonna refuel, and then we are getting out of here to go destroy a ship. Excuse me, coming through. Attach. There we go. We're refueling with... Oh. I think I picked jet fuel. But I might have picked something else. I don't know. As long as we end up with like 1,000 fuel here, I'm good to go. 1,200. Wait, is there actually any fuel left at this place? Jet fuel. Yeah, there is. There is. Okay, so 1,300 fuel is pretty much what we end up with. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and put this back. Here we go. We're just going to put it right there. I am going to turn the lights on in here because there should be lights. And then I'm going to bed. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Right, jump inside. Oh, no. I must flew straight out the other side. In fact, I did. Anyway, go ahead and turn this on. There we go. Go ahead and close that off. Excellent. Throttle this up to 60%, which I think it was already on. But that's alright. There we go. I'm trying to get 60 exact. I did have it a second ago. There we go. And now we're going to head out of here. Problem is, currently, it's got very, very foggy again, so trying to spot the enemy might be a pain in the butt. But we'll have to wait and see. As it turns out, I've actually returned back to our base to do some modifications. And the modification literally is going to be to delete this guy right here. And to... I don't know, actually. I was going to add a generator. I am going to add a generator to this thing, because we do seem to be using a little bit... I can't put it there. I could put it on this, though. Right, we're going to go ahead and shove this guy in here like that. And I'm going to shove a generator on the bottom of it, like that. There we go. And essentially that is going to be powering the battery. That's fine. Okay, Oh my goodness. I think I might do something very stupid here, but it might end up being the thing that saves me in the end. So, the thing is, this helicopter, although it's nice, you know, it works, it flies, it's armed with 2 massive cannons, we are likely to die, okay? Because big ships have a lot of guns, etc. So, what we're gonna do, I keep making my mind, like, different every single time. What we're gonna do is add rockets. And I don't mean rockets that are gonna go shoot and destroy the enemy, I mean rockets that are gonna propel me, in the helicopter, forwards. Okay? So, there are a few things I need to do here. I'm going to add a pitchable thingamabobby to the back so we can actually pitch up and down using that. And then we're going to add rockets to the side, probably around here, so that we can fire ourselves forwards. Okay? I don't know if there's anything else I need to add, but there probably is, but I'm not going to. Okay, so, I can't have the booster be, like, too big, and I also don't want it to be too short, so we're gonna go with 2. we're gonna go with 2, and we're gonna hope for the best. Whether it works or not, I don't know. In fact, maybe we should go with less than 2, but whatever. Burn rate, let's go with, like, 60%. Alright, 60% on this, and 60% fuel. There we go. And then obviously I wanted to do that pitchable propeller thingamabobby. No, not pitchable propeller. What am I saying? Pitch control at the back. So attach one of these guys right here. Go ahead and attach one of these off to the end. There we go. And get ourselves a rudder and attach that onto here. I think it's that way around. Pretty sure it is. So we then connect that to pitch, which is somewhere in here. That's roll, that's pitch right there. And that should be fine. Maybe. What we're then going to have to do is get ourselves a button for it, which is 4. And that's going to propel us towards the enemy. I don't see this working too well. The other thing I'm going to do is actually delete this and this, obviously, because why are they there? I don't know. We're going to increase it to 8 blades, just so that we have redundancy. There you go. And that's going to be 8 blades on the top as well. Again, extra redundancy. Oh no, we can't even use them! We can't actually use them. So the reason we can't use them is because we don't actually start with any of these. So that is an issue. We don't start with any propellant for them. What I could do, which may or may not be a good idea, is add the jet thingamabobbies back on. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Why not? Shove that back on there. It's already back on the other side. And we're going to put an inverter on. Yep. And essentially this inverter is going to... Can I put it down there? No. This inverter is going to allow us to use the jet power. If I could put this in here somewhere, that'd be great. I'm just going to whack it on the back. Oh, wait. Can I actually put it there? Oh, I can. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so connect this to here and also there, and then connect this to... I don't know. I really don't know what to attach it to. I can put it on left and right, but what is left and right connected to? Yaw. Alright, I can't put it on left and right. Obviously. WNS, I can't put it on WNS either. I can't put it on A and D. I can't put it on any of those things. I suppose A&D would work. I don't really need a roll. But I kind of do. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with what to do here. I've got a better idea. It's going on a switch box, so it's going to do the exact same thing as the other one, so if I press 4, it will boost us forwards. Maybe. So I'm going to still write it out as rocket. Okay, excellent. And it kind of needs to be inverted, which is fine because I can have it start at -1. So on value is... No, off value is -1. So it's off. No, off value is 1. On value is 0. I think that's the way around it needs to be, but we're going to need to do some testing here. I'm moving those engines down. Yeah, that's right. We're going to delete this guy, I think. Yeah, which is the fuel. We're then gonna... Oh, wait, hang on. I need to do this on both sides, don't I? Yeah. Right, delete that. We're gonna grab the engine itself. Here we go. Cut it. We're going to bring it down. And I'm going to rotate it. Like that, I think? Is that right? No, hang on. Rotate it again. And again, and again. There we go. It's rotated correctly. Very nice. Paste that right there. Very good. Then go to this side. And we're going to cut it. We're going to lower it down. And I'm also going to rotate this one. Nope. Like this. Yes, I believe that is correct. Yes, it is. Alright, cool. The reason I'm lowering it down is so that we're more stable when we're using the jet engines, these, to fly through the sky. Is it going to work out for me? I don't know. But we're going to give it a go. It's time. Let's jump in and see if this thing will actually work. If it does, we are likely to be able to destroy the enemy as long as we are, I don't know, careful, I guess? Let's go ahead and put that at 60%. Alright, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Oh, we've got the particles on. Okay, that's a problem. Let's go ahead and lift up and see what happens. Here we go. Alright, we've automatically spun out a little bit. That's okay. Turn us to the side. Aim us in the right direction. And go. Oh! Oh! Yes! Alright, it's actually working. I thought we'd struggle with that, but we're good. Our speed is currently 110. I think I can go a little bit faster. 120. Oh! Okay. I don't want to put too much into it, because I think it will flip out if I am not careful. So we're just going to go ahead and continue until we see the enemy. Wait, is that it? Is that it? That is not it. That is not it. That is a hospital ship. Is there a hospital ship out there? Oh, this is where we are. Okay. It's down here somewhere. Okay, that is fortunate I didn't shoot upon them, because I was about to commit a war crime. Oh. Okay. I'm going to throttle this down, because I do feel like going slower is actually better in this situation. Just a little bit, not loads. And we'll continue in. For some reason, we've started flopping about a little bit, and I'm not entirely sure why. It seems to be leaning to the right, which is very weird. But I do believe the enemy ship should be upon us very, very soon. And if it is, we gotta destroy it. That's it. That is actually it right there. Okay. I've hit it. I've hit it again. Oh! Stop! Stop! Turn around! Whoa, what's happening? We're in slow motion. It's like a movie scene. Oh, why is it like a movie? What is going on? This is very bizarre. Very peculiar. Oh! We got it! My helicopter's doing something really weird. Stop! I don't know what's happening. Oh! I didn't want to die to my helicopter crash landing, so I jumped out. I am now in the middle of the sea over here. Oh no! I now have to go all the way back to here. Well, actually, to here to build myself a boat that can lift up my helicopter from the bottom of the ocean. That's ridiculous. But guys, we destroyed it. It kind of shot me down, but I kind of destroyed it at the same time. And I didn't use my rockets. And we were in slow motion, which is pretty cool. Well, anyway, I gotta swim now. 10 hours later, we have made it back home. And when I say home, we're just at the starter base, not the helicopter base. And it's now time to have to build, I don't know, we might be able to use the starter boat to go out there and lift my helicopter from the bottom of the ocean and bring it back. That's the next mission, unfortunately. I do always end up having to get my own vehicles, but this time, to be fair, it made sense. I might have been able to rescue it in the sky, but if we crashed into the water at a bit more speed and the blades hit me, I would have died. So I think it's better what I've done. Well, this is the boat. I think I'm going to leave the gun on the back. We're going to tow it home. We're going to leave it in the water as we go. It does have a gyro on it, although the gyro left and right isn't going to work. That's fine. What I'll do is attach a diving suit to this. Unless I've already got one. Do we already have one? No. A diving suit is going to go in here, so let's grab the right color for that and chuck it in. And is there anything else I need? I think just in case we're too far away with the winch, I'm going to add a rope thingamabobby. So something like this, a rope, and also a handle, like so. And then obviously that can't be connected, so I'm going to grab these, cut it and paste it. And then I'm obviously going to have to connect this to there via a rope. Okay. With that being said, is there any spare ropes anywhere? There is one there. I think we're ready to go. I think so. This is going to be what we use. Gentlemen, start your engines! There we go. How much fuel does this thing actually have right now? I don't think it's enough. I actually really don't think it's enough. 700. Yeah, this could be bad. I don't think that's enough to get where I need to get to and back. So actually, let's go ahead and modify it again and put more fuel inside, if I can. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right, that's still a decent amount of fuel right there, but we need more. How do I add more? I can just do this in the center. There we go, there's another 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Okay, right, perfect. The thing is, I kind of need to get to this end of it to do whatever these pipes did. What do these do? Oh, they go to the engine. Yeah, kind of necessary that we get to that point, actually. So actually, delete these. I've got an idea instead. The idea is we actually attach that to there, and then we go this way. Aha! No one ever thunked about that, did they? There we go, that's enough extra pieces. If I then add pipes, so it comes inwards from both sides. Here we go. We can pipe it in this way, and then actually it can come from both sides if it needs to. Just like this. There we go. I guess I'll add all of these together as well, and we'll chuck it into the dial. I was thinking I might have put so much fuel in here that it would sink, but no, it's actually fine. So, we're going to go inside. We have more than double the fuel now, which is excellent. We're going to turn the lights on. And that's right, I'm going to go. Yep, let's head hopefully in the right direction. Hopefully we don't get attacked by anything, although we do have rockets and also an AA gun if we need to. Just defend ourselves, and we are good, I think. We're gonna head out anyway, so from here, we're gonna head this way, and we gotta try and find the helicopter in the ocean. That might be the tricky part, if I'm honest. That might be the tricky part. Anyway, we should follow the dial, so we need to head pretty much straight east, I think. We're just gonna go for it. Do not ask me how I found it, but I found it. So, we're gonna go ahead and winch out this. Here we go. We're gonna chuck this into the water below us. Oh my goodness. Ah! Oh! Okay. I think I picked it up by the wrong thing, and then I've just chucked it off. I need to go and get that, because that's how... Oh. That's it right there. Yeah, I can actually see it. Look, I left the button on. I'm gonna reverse a little bit. Here we go. So, reverse is 2. Here we go. Okay. Tiny bit of reversing going on. Excellent. Oh, fortunately it floats. Excellent. Oh, actually kind of not excellent at the same time, isn't it? Yeah, that's not really excellent, the fact that I can't sink this. That might be a problem. Anyway, attach this onto here. There you go, winch it out. I'm going to grab that because I need it. And we're going to send this to the bottom of the ocean. Hopefully, allowing me to attach it straight onto my helicopter, which is just here. So, attach a rope anchor onto here. And then, did I add an anchor to the front of this? I did. Aha! There we go, and now we should be able to pull it to the surface. At least kind of, anyway. Or I could drag it along the floor, but I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, let's put this away, this suit. I'm going to wear the ballistic stuff just in case. Should have been wearing that when I was flying the helicopter, but never mind. So what we've got is... fine. Okay. And we're going to travel forwards. Hopefully it will just go to the surface. And we'll be okay. Yeah, it's coming to the surface. This is good. It's also getting to daytime, which is lovely. And I'm going to put my beacons on. I'm going to turn off the spotlights because they're annoying. And I'm going to stop this from winching in. Because the helicopter is right there. Amazing. So, now we head directly west. Which I'm using the compass at the bottom of the screen there to try and do that. And hopefully we'll end up back at base, I guess. I can't believe we managed to take out that ship from so far away to begin with, and without using any of my rockets. Obviously, we did take some damage. There is damage on the wing bit right there. Wait, is that it? Is that all of the damage we took? Well, that's kind of ridiculous, if I'm honest, but it works, so that's good. Anyway, we're just going to cruise back now. The problem that we're going to have is I need to somehow drag this helicopter onto the land. In fact, I might be able to take off from the water as long as the boat is still moving? No, that is a bad idea. That is a bad idea, isn't it? Maybe. Alright, we're going to have to winch out a little bit because we were causing some damage to ourselves. Hopefully that's okay. Because it was like jumping backwards and forwards and that was a problem. Because it was hitting me. But we're in a situation now where we are actually pulling it. And it is working somewhat fine. This is good. You know what, actually? Let's head over to the harbour over here and purchase that. Then at least we'll be able to put both the helicopter and this boat away at the same time. That makes sense, right? Well, we made it to the dock. There is some sort of fox in the water there. That's pretty weird. Let's go ahead and just leave this here, I guess. I'm gonna go by the harbour now, and then hopefully we can return both of them to the dock. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That looks like it might struggle, though. Alright, so we'll return it to the dock, and then we'll return that to the dock, and then... honestly, I do feel like I do want to build some sort of big boat that can take on both air targets and ground targets. I say ground targets. Sea targets. I think that would be really cool. Maybe this won't be the last episode. Or maybe it will. Come here, you. You're gonna be mine. $60,000? Boop. There we go. We have... how much left over? 38,000. That's okay, because we have... still got a boat out and a helicopter out, so we'll get both of those. And then hopefully, we'll have a bunch of money. Here we go, return it to the workbench. Oh, we got the helicopter first. That's really good. Let me save this over this one. There we go, excellent. And then what we'll do is we'll grab the boat next and return that. There we go. Okay, so we now have 81,000 if we wanted to build a big old ship. I think that would be cool. I do think that would be cool. And then have like a ship fight, that would be amazing. So I think I'm gonna end this video here for now. We managed to take out a ship. We also built a tiny boat today, and it was good. Okay? I had fun. Although, didn't have fun swimming all the way back. That took a very long time. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here. If you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. For now, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.